Hello and welcome back to Not Just Buildings. Now, you might be wondering, do I have the right podcast? What on earth is Not Just Buildings? Well, listener, I'm pleased to tell you that we have renamed Chamber Vibes to something that more accurately reflects the purpose of this podcast, which is to tell the stories of businesses, nonprofits, and institutions in the area of Bedford, Virginia, which we do by talking to the real local people working behind the scenes. Plus, the new name is pretty catchy, and it's inspired by longtime Chamber and board member Bill Moss, who always says that businesses aren't just buildings, they're people. Thank you, Bill, for your years of service to our chamber and business community. We appreciate you. Anyway, thanks so much for sticking with us as we grow, and if you're new to the podcast, we're glad to have you join us as we kick off 2026. Now, for our official introduction, welcome to Not Just Buildings, where we interview the local people behind businesses, nonprofits, and institutions in the area of Bedford, Virginia. My name is Foster Garrett, and I am the Director of Marketing and Events for the Bedford Area Chamber of Commerce, which is a membership organization whose mission is to serve as a catalyst for local business success, a convener of regional leadership, and a champion for a vibrant and resilient economy. However, before we get to the interview, I would like to highlight some of our upcoming programming and events. We offer a little bit of everything for everyone, so I encourage you to stick around to learn more about what's next. But if you want to just jump straight to today's interview, no worries. You can find all of our programming on bedfordareachamber.com, and I'll drop our phone number at the end of this episode, so make sure to listen all the way through. We had an amazing time at yesterday's Smart Networking session, which was all about marketing. If you've been listening to the show for a while, you've been hearing me hype it up, and it was every bit as amazing as I said it would be. We had a great time just swapping tips and tricks and helping each other grow our businesses and grow our marketing and figuring out all the different things that go into marketing. Because that's really the reason that we wanted to do this topic is marketing is so highly requested by our membership, and yet marketing means something different to everybody. And it's not cookie cutter. There's not one way to do it. There's no size fits all. So it was awesome. I hope that everybody walked away with at least one new thing to implement for their business or organization. I am super excited to do it again. And our next Smart Networking session is in July. It's July 23rd. And that is going to be all about AI and how you can practically use it for your business. We are going to be joined by Dr. Casey Myers from Virginia Tech. His work is all about public relations and efficacy and new forms of media. So we're very excited to be joined by him. It's going to be awesome. And it will be hands-on like all of our Smart Networking events are. We're going to be primarily focusing on how to create the perfect prompt so that you get better, faster, and more perfect results from using AI. So come on out. If you've not been using it, come learn about it. If you have been using it and maybe you want to step up your game or refine your technique, if you've been dabbling in it, come join us. Or if you just want to share what you've been doing with the group, everybody can always learn from each other. We have a ribbon cutting coming up on June 27th at 1:30 p.m. for Bedford Ride. If you listened to our episode with Linda Brake was it last month? Time flies when you're having fun. They are celebrating their 25th anniversary this year. If you don't know about Bedford Ride, they are a nonprofit organization that serves disabled adults and older adults who do not have medical transportation. It's for non-emergency transportation so that ambulances can be freed up for actual emergencies. And they take all sorts of people all over the county. They take them to the VA and they get them to appointments and build relationships with them along the way. So if you are interested in coming out to that ribbon cutting, please feel free. Bedford Ride is absolutely amazing and we'd love for you to be part of the celebration as we commemorate their 25th anniversary. The only other event that I want to quickly mention is Mix and Mingle at the Ballpark, which is our annual event that we do with the Hill City Howlers, formerly the Lynchburg Hillcats. We get to have two skyboxes side by side. They're VIP boxes, and if you're a chamber member, it's a chamber exclusive event. It's free for you to attend. You just have to RSVP on the website. It is super, super fun. It's informal. The Howlers are really good. They won like everything last year. So I'm excited to go and watch them play this year. And it's a Thursday night. It'll have great energy, beautiful views. We'll have free ballpark food. It'll be a lot of fun. So come on out. You're welcome to bring your spouse or your kids, a friend, what have you. So highly recommend looking that up and getting connected with it. We have other events going on this year, but you can learn about all of that on bedfordareachamber.com. If you have any questions about any of our programming or about us in general, the Chamber would love to hear from you, whether you're a Chamber member, a community member, or just a listener who enjoys our podcast. But that's enough from me. Without further ado, please allow me to introduce today's guest, Ann Lusk with the Peacock Inn and Gardens. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Thank you so much for joining me. I know 2 days in a row.
Yes, I know. It's been a treat.
Well,
really, you're inspiring.
Well, thank you, Ann.
It's true.
I just do my best,
yes,
but
it's good.
I'm glad to have you here today. I'm super excited to talk about the inn with you. I know that it's been a long process and a long renovation, and you're getting started with bookings and having guests over. So, can you just tell our listeners a little bit about what the Peacock Inn and Gardens is?
Well, she is a French provincial mansion that was built in 1939. She had formal, beautiful gardens in the back of the yard, European gardens, very well done. So long story short, my husband passed away December 23, and I went home and it was really quiet, and I said, no way. So I had already fallen in love with this house. I had been hoping he was going to make it and that I would be able to get in the B&B business, but I quickly put a contract on it. It's called formerly the Rhodes Mansion. Dr. Rhodes and his family lived there, and I read a lot of comments on my Facebook from people who used to play with their sons and great times they had in that house. And so I've been renovating her, decorating her for 2 years, and we're ready now. I got my business cards like 3 weeks ago. We handed out 800 at the parade the other day.
Really?
Yes, we did.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I was going to bring it up yesterday, about an idea, but that is an idea.
Yeah.
Handing out business cards.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if you noticed on the bottom of that other side, it says proudly recommended by blank. I've actually got a contest going with waitresses, bartenders, hair girls.
Yeah.
They talk to the customer about it, give it a little word of mouth. They're working for me now. They sign their name to it, and once a month I'm doing a drawing and giving away a free room night.
That's awesome.
with including the candlelight dinner and the hot breakfast. The next day.
I wish that you had said something. I'm totally bringing that up at the next marketing event that we do, because that's so creative. You got a network now,
right? And one more layer to that would be part of this campaign is called "You Deserve a Day Away," and that's Mondays because that's when restaurants are closed, right? And just invite them out to the house, a day where I take care of them and they can enjoy the house and see all of her potential. So, but now they have they got the visual when they're all the house, oh, that's a beautiful room for a bridal shower, that kind of a thing.
Yeah. How many rooms does the house have?
It has 5 rooms.
Okay.
One was a den that I converted to a room with a sleeper sofa because it's the only ground floor room I have. And there are some people that absolutely have to have the ground floor. So we just got the propane fireplace up in that room.
Yay.
It's called the Red Rose Den, and that is a cozy little room.
That sounds really nice. I've seen a lot of the pictures that you've posted of the rooms, and they are beautifully decorated.
Thank you so much. I do have to say this. There is a magic at that place. And anybody who comes in, even the professional photographer, as he was leaving a couple months ago, when I asked him what he thought, he just stopped and he went, this place has a vibe. And it's not me. That was the original architect. That's a beautiful house. And there is not a bad seat in that house. As far as looking out the window and treetops, and it's so peaceful in there. So, get a vibe.
I think it's one of those houses that you pass on long way as like growing up here, and you just admire it, and giving people the opportunity to come in and check it out and use it for special events. I mean, that's going to just add to the magic of the house.
I hope so. Because it needs people. I don't want it sitting empty. I want, come over, do a family reunion. I've got a fully stocked kitchen in that apartment. I mean, fully stocked. anything you're going to need. Because don't you hate when you go cook somewhere else and everything you reach for, they don't have?
Yes.
You know what I mean? But I mean, I'm going to be posting that on my Facebook page here, the inventory in there, just so people can see it. But she's tricked out. So come in, hang out.
Yeah.
Got a lot of space around. We got board games over here. We got fireplaces. We've got large screen TVs. The sauna, I think we got that up yesterday. A 7-man sauna. Oh, no, it's a 4-man sauna. Yeah. That is I'm getting the estimate on getting that wired. He was there yesterday, and he wired the hot tub yesterday. We have a 7-man hot tub as well.
Gosh.
We also have a beautiful covered screen porch.
And love a screen porch.
Yeah, for rainy days too. You're outside, but it's also got a brick patio that has a copper fireplace there.
Wow.
Lots of tables and chairs, aluminum tables and chairs, a smoker.
Oh.
So you could do a family reunion, get you a big old roast, get you a turkey, put it in there, enjoy the patio, enjoy your rent-a-room, and then any of the rooms that aren't booked, you're welcome to use for free.
That's awesome.
I think my concept will work. I'm going to need the support of Bedford.
Yeah.
You know, because this is not for obviously I'll rent to out-of-town people, obviously through my website, but I just see this as you could go to a hotel and rent a meeting room, right? This cold, sterile little room, you know, with beige walls, you know, or you come in basically like renting a mansion for the price of a room, unless there's other guests there, you know?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you can't beat it.
Who
doesn't want to rent a mansion?
Yes. Rent a mansion. That's exactly the concept. Rent a mansion.
Rent a mansion. That's awesome. And it's right here in town.
Yeah. And we can do catering. We, for our in-house guests, we can do appetizers. We did a faux wedding January 16th. We had a faux bride and groom, and we staged the whole house. We had our beautiful Peacock dressing room staged for a bridal shower. Champagne and strawberries, chocolate-covered strawberries was in that room. That was staged with that. The Red Rose Den was staged for a bachelor party. We had Heinekens in a tub, and we had whatever that the best whiskey is. I don't know. I don't drink. We put whiskey down with, crystal glasses around it, and we staged the dining room for a rehearsal dinner. It's just a full blown formal dining room. The formal living room has a Yamaha Baby Grand Player piano.
That's amazing.
It plays itself.
It plays itself?
Yes, it's a player piano.
That is so cool.
It is so high tech, and I loved it. I was a good girl one year, and I bought it for my birthday.
Nice.
Yeah, actually, the inn bought it for me. We needed it, but I love to hang out there on Sunday mornings. And it's just on in the background. It's so peaceful there. It's a really peaceful spot. People should come. And I'm thinking about too, gas prices. What you're looking for when you go on vacation is a change of scenery, a drastic change of scenery. You don't have to drive to the beach to get that. You can just jump in at my house for 2 days. Play croquet. We've got croquet.
Oh my gosh. Yes, this is a dream. This is like out of Bridgerton.
Yeah. We're going to do Alice in Wonderland parties.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, that includes, we've already got we've got the Mad Hatter costume. We've got the Alice costume. We are looking for white bunnies. We are looking for white bunnies. I found a bunny farm over on Edwardsville Road off of Hardy.
Oh, really?
It's a bunny farm. I reached out to them like 4 times. What? You're not a bunny farm? I need to get some white bunnies because we're going to put collars on them and, let the kids pet them and stuff. Our menu for that is red sugared heart-shaped cookies and cherry tarts.
Oh, wow. Sounds delicious.
Right. We also have, I can't remember where I went to get these. I picked up 20 dance costumes for little girls.
Oh, wow.
And so we're picturing, dress ups. The girls can hang out in the dressing room. The dressing room has a lot of mirrors and candelabra, and it's a very cozy little spot. But, we picturing that princess dress ups. I have my first bride's mother has booked a room for her and her girlfriends to have a dress-up party.
Oh, really?
Yep. You could do the makeup in there. I've got costume jewelry laying around. I have in my closet, I have a full-length mink coat, the brown kind.
Yeah.
That you can, so you can be taking pictures. I've got two wedding gowns that girls can put on and get pictures taken. And we're also opening it up to photographers. You come in and book a room for one night, okay? And you get a free breakfast. Book it for one night. Invite your models in. Check-in is at 3:00. Have your first photo shoot at 3:30. Shoot the model. She pays you. Have your next one at 4. He's renting a room so he can do whatever he wants in the
Yeah,
house.
yeah, free reign.
And the backgrounds are just gorgeous with the architecture that the architect put in there. You would not believe the detail. You couldn't repeat that house for under a zillion dollars. Is that a number? I don't know. It's a big number.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you.
I really like what you said about how you don't need to go somewhere else to be in different scenery. Just stepping through the front door takes you to a whole nother place.
The analogy on that I used to use was Mary Poppins. Remember when they went to the park and Dick Van Dyke had done all these things and they would jump into it?
Yeah.
That was what I was thinking. I want people to want to jump into the rooms.
That's awesome. So what are some of the events? I know that people can use the inn for anything, but what are some of the events that you're kind of promoting as being used at this venue?
Well, we will be doing some charity functions.
Okay.
I have a meeting tomorrow with Ann. She, I can't think of her last name. Running for
DeLong.
Yeah, Ann DeLong. Yeah, we're meeting tomorrow. And she had said, well, maybe we'll do a fundraiser out at your house. But I do want to tell you this. Something that I learned and was loneliness. How out of nowhere you go from 24/7 with somebody to I didn't even know a soul in town. I had a best friend. And so that's part. When I had the Peacock shop, we haven't talked about that yet, but I tried the Peacock shop. The goal was to stay busy. It worked. But while I was there, I did a study from NPR about loneliness. And again, I'm going through loneliness. My husband just passed. And I heard on a study, loneliness is as bad for your body as 3 packs of cigarettes a day.
Oh, wow.
So at the shop, I was thinking, I want to create events here so people will come, like story reading for little kids and, that kind of thing. We had all kinds of events planned. But then the next thing I learned about loneliness is, and we've all heard this phrase, lonely in a crowd. So you don't just want to say, hey, come out, get free, donuts and lemonade. You want to say, hey, we're doing a big band club here. Target market is blue-haired ladies in their 80s. And you bring them out and you serve them cucumber sandwiches. And I've got my dad's reel-to-reel collection that has awesome. a bunch of old, it's got Jackie Gleason's band on it. So create events at my house. I'm not selling these things. I'm the hostess of the house and I want to share it with people. And I want to learn how to play bridge. So I'm going to start a bridge club out there. I'm a singer-songwriter. I've got that piano. We're going to meet once a week and everybody bring a little potluck and we'll, like-minded people. I'm starved for people like that. And so I'm creating a place at my house and I'm going to invite any other like-minded people to come in and enjoy what I was able to do,
Yeah, I think finding ways for people to genuinely connect with each other, I think people are really searching for that now. And it's difficult to find those people sometimes and get that information to them. But after the pandemic, after 2020, I think it really showed people the value of community and finding people that you can feel like belonging with. And I think I feel like we're bouncing back from that, from the isolation of it in some ways. Okay. But I don't know. I think what you said about loneliness is so powerful. And I think it probably resonates with a lot of people that are listening.
Well, let me ask you something, my media consultant.
Okay.
Where would I advertise for that? In the newspaper, the community section? Is that where you find, hey, wanted singer-songwriters, to meet one night a week, the different...
Honestly...
How to do it?
If you're looking, remember how yesterday we were talking about the customer profile and thinking about the people that you're looking for, what their age are, what their interests are, where they might be going, where they might be tuning in. I think I would do that for every affinity group that you're talking about. Like if I was looking for a singer or songwriter, I'm probably going to go to, oh my gosh, the name of the music shop is failing me.
JR's?
No, they're on Center Street in town.
DRs.
Noteworthy Music Shop.
Mm-hmm.
I would go there and I would talk to Josh, who's the owner, and see if he knows anybody that's maybe interested, because they do lessons. They have a recording studio.
Mm-hmm.
They have people that come in like from all over the region because they're Bedford's only music shop.
Mm-hmm.
And I would start there.
That's
and
a great idea.
Yeah.
I love him. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he is. But yeah, that's what I would recommend if you're looking to, and like with the women's club, I would go to a meeting and talk to people and see a lot of those people joined because they want to meet other people.
Right.
I think making those in-person connections, because so like we talked about yesterday, social media can only get you so far. Advertising can only get you so far. And if it's something where you're not trying to make money off of it, you just want to find good people, those good people know other people that are looking for that.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to get plugged in. That's my
Cool.
advice.
You want to learn to play bridge?
You know, it's funny that you said that because my grandmother is an avid bridge player and she is ruthless with those cards.
Really?
Yes. And she taught my sister and I all sorts of games growing up. We were also very ruthless about rummy, but she would not teach us how to play bridge because she does not have the patience to play with people that don't know how to play.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Is she still playing?
Oh, yes. She's very competitive.
Uh-huh.
And she's 90 years old.
Well, maybe I could meet her or something, and
she lives in Lynchburg now.
I'm looking for cards, baby.
Yeah.
I need something to, you really, truly, when you're building a new life, you'd be surprised how much life you have to recreate.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, I'll take a walk every afternoon. Well, what are you going to do for the other night? 23 hours. Right?
And you're not from Bedford either.
No, I was, I lived 32 years in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
And that's where I fell in love with hospitality. I worked at hotels down there. I taught it at the college, hospitality, for 32 years.
Wow.
Yeah. I had a little motel in Myrtle Beach. She burnt to the ground Christmas Day, 2024.
No.
Yeah. No one was hurt. That's a good thing. It's in my blood.
Yeah.
And I actually wanted to be a nurse.
Oh, really?
I wanted to be a nurse. So in high school, I was a candy striper.
Okay.
And I found out, and I'm so glad I did that gig, because I found out I'm too soft-hearted. I'm an empath, and I get around people, and it's not the guy in the bed.
Mm-hmm.
It's the husband and wife. They're looking at me. And I'm like, I got nothing. I got nothing. And it just hurts to try to put yourself in their shoes. But think about it. Hospitality.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still caring for people, but in a different, totally different environment.
Yeah.
Showing them how to have a good time, tipping off dads and moms where the cheap zoos are, or what's the cheap stuff, you know what I'm saying? Inexpensive,
Yeah.
putting yourself in their shoes and going, if I was 20 and had two little 2-year-olds, this is what I would be looking for. And that's the fun part of the job is trying to get out in front of their needs, because they get a look on their face like, they're like, oh my God. There are people that are really, really good at it.
Well, I'm
looking for them.
I see that with the inn, though. You've created all these miniature experiences within this one larger space. Mm-hmm. And I mean, everything from the smoker to the sauna. I mean, the mirrors, the candelabras, all of them have their own piece of the puzzle of giving people these different adventures in this one place. That's really amazing.
The artwork. Whoa. If I do say so. I had this lady stay with me the other night. She wandered around taking pictures of the art on the walls. But I had a collection, but French. I love Icart. He's French. He's just amazing. I've got several of his pieces in the house. I fell in love with online. I fell in love with a French artist. I bought 3 of his. I'm getting ready to buy a 4th one, and they're big. And they're just the one in the we call it the sitting room. It's got where you can sit and play cards with 4 or read a book. That one's got reds and blues, and she's like an Oriental woman with a geisha kind of blurred, and she's riding a blue peacock.
Oh, that's perfect.
All of them are like that, and they're just stunning. This artist, I mean, just so in love. And the artwork, I did a lot of driving around for that artwork, and I got to tell you, we got some really nice pieces. Not expensive pieces, nice pieces.
Yeah.
Big ones, statement pieces. People just wander. I had another friend come and stay up the beach. Both her and her husband were general managers of hotels. So it was a big test for me. But she told me, she said, as soon as it got light, I put my robe on and I just wandered the house. and she would just wander into a room, and we'd have like to have them lit at night.
Mm-hmm.
So even if the room's sitting empty, we go ahead and turn on the night lights so it can pull you in.
Oh, that's nice.
And so you get another experience.
Just the details.
It's fun.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, what I think now, I think I'm going to do it again.
Oh, really?
I love the design part of it. Now's the marketing part, and I'm enjoying this too.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm thinking Smith Mountain Lake needs a peacock.
You talking about the peacock painting made me just wonder.
Yes.
I'm curious. What inspired you with the name? What is it about the peacock that drew you in?
I think my mother was really into Oriental stuff. My dad was a Marine. And so,
oh, really?
Yeah. So we got, she fell in love with that stuff. And I'm not aware of, it's just, I think the color of it,
Mm-hmm.
Those are my colors. I love, my mom too, the purpley blues and
the jewel tones.
Yes. That's perfect. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I really don't know. At first I was toying around with Dragonfly Inn, and then that peacock.
Those kind of tied together too.
Well, they fly.
Yeah, they do fly.
I can't wait to show you that artwork, though.
Yeah.
I think you'll appreciate it. Now, my newest piece is a peacock stained glass piece. If you drive by the house, it's a peacock.
Mm-hmm.
We are looking for a way. City says I'm not allowed to illuminate my sign out front.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought a peacock stained glass piece, and I'm buying a light to backlight it. So when you drive past the house,
amazing.
And look for my beautiful blue car, my beautiful blue 1949 Dodge Wayfarer. She looks so good in front of that house. But we're looking for, I found something on Amazon where you can backlight it,
That's awesome.
And I've got 2 pieces on the side, two deep blue pieces. And so that's going to be and we're also getting lights along the top. The Christmas company's coming in just to trace the roof line. It's got a very interesting roof line. That's all we're doing. And then we're probably going to uplight the front of the house somehow. She's a beautiful house.
That's amazing. I love everything that you've put into this, all the hard work. I think it's really going to shine when people start coming in and seeing it.
Well, I don't want to sound arrogant, but I was reading. I stayed at the Early Inn. I'm a musician, so I stayed at the Early Inn to go to the Harvesters. I can't remember who I saw, but and I know what they got. He runs a decent inn. He really does. He runs a decent inn. But I remember reading that he's won number 1 in Virginia for the last 5 years. And I looked at my team. I said, he ain't gonna win it. I said that might sound arrogant to go like, hey, we're dressing out to go for number 1. I've done all the work for that. The
it's
amenities
not bad to have a
place.
goal.
Yeah,
it's not bad to have a goal.
And it makes you want to go off.
Yeah,
that's what motivation is. It's that leaning in and just wanting to give it your all.
Absolutely. So, are you looking to book some more people for the summer and the fall?
We have a website.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're hoping for it. Just waiting on it. Yeah, we're getting a couple of kinks out here or there, but obviously our reservation line's up because we've had 2 so far, and it takes time. I'm trying to be learning from mentors like you, the importance. I don't know if you noticed, I've been posting a lot more to Facebook. Did you see that one where I just panned the Red Rose Den with the fire in the fireplace?
No, I don't think I've seen that yet.
I got 500 hits off that.
Really?
Yes.
That's amazing.
And I did one in the living room with the piano playing. Fire in the fireplace, and I'm just panned across the room.
Just let them see it.
Yeah, let them see it. I don't have to say a word.
That's awesome.
Oh, I do talk over it though.
Yeah,
because I'm supposed to, So I'm trying to at least every other day put something. Today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to videotape the new Peacock room, the apartment. It's done. And then I'm going to create a check. I have a list of everything we put in the kitchen. I'll get Killian to type that up. That's my innkeeper. Get him to type that up for me, and we'll post that too, so people can see. Wow, they have a colander. Wow, they have, this
everything you need.
I did it at the beach for years. We had furnished condos, right? So I worked in those kind of places. Yeah, I know how to completely stock a kitchen.
Absolutely,
because I've done it before. But I just think another thing, we talk about the Red Rose Den. I see guys hanging out in there. Mm-hmm. I kind of designed it to be masculine with the red leather, But on ball game day, you and your buddies go to Ruby Tuesdays, right? You drink $7 Heinekens, right? All right. Yeah.
I don't know what men do.
Yeah. Well, I used to
I'm with
bartend.
you. I'm with you though.
Yeah. I used to bartend. Yeah. And then you're drinking house whiskey, for $6-7 a shot. Right. And then you're tipping them. Then you're eating their high priced food. No. Rent the Red Rose Den. Rent it Saturday night or rent it Sunday, whatever. It's got the sleeper in there, and it's got a twin bed in there. There's an ottoman that converts to a twin bed. And so 3 people can sleep in there. So you have a party, now you've had a couple of drinks. You don't have to drive. And it'll be cheaper than eating in that restaurant.
Absolutely.
You can bring your own booze. You have to, because I don't have my thing yet. You have to bring your own whatever. But I've got the crystal glassware.
Oh, yes.
We allow them to smoke on the covered back porch. And I said, we can do hot or cold appetizers for them, or they can bring their own. And now you're not drinking the house vodka or house whatever for $7, $8, $9 a shot. I call it in my ad swill, right? $9 for swill. You're drinking your favorite, right?
Yeah.
So actually it's cheaper. And I'd like to see, I mean, somebody should just come out and say, I want it every weekend for the football season. Why not? Coming in well, I'm not going to say prices on the air.
They can figure that out on the website.
Figure it out. But it's cheaper than going to a restaurant. Now you got to, now you're not with like-minded people, but now you get a room full, and we can seat a bunch of people in there. We can seat
That'd be
10,
awesome.
12 people in there, and it's a really comfortable room.
Yeah.
Fireplace,
That's awesome. Well, let's talk a little bit about weddings.
Okay.
Because you have a lot that you provide for the couple that's getting married.
I keep referencing back to this, the Peacock shop. I had that, and part of my inventory was crystal and glassware, antique glassware. So I'm thinking, you come stay at my inn. If you were just a guest of mine and you said, "Can I borrow this?" I'd say, "Of course." Now, if you break it, we'll have a conversation. No, I'm not kidding. But I've got 4 patterns of china, fine china, really nice. My mom's, I've got my mother's,
Really?
pink roses with gold trim.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I've got a Czechoslovakian one that's a blue, a dark blue. It's just beautiful. But anyway, so I've got the china, I've got the silverware. I've got all kinds of crystal glasses and glassware and vases that they can use. I've got 36 candelabras I bought from a church in Roanoke. And man, they look so good lined up. We order the chairs, and what I would do is take the candelabras at the end of each row and put your flowers on that. Those are stunning
that's a
pieces.
great idea.
Yeah. We've got all kinds of stuff that we let them borrow. Anything they want to borrow, they got it. Another thing I do want to mention, though, speaking of weddings, I have a collection from the Peacock shop of vintage leaded crystal, 24% leaded crystal items, vases, bowls, just beautiful stuff. Vintage in that in the old days, the crystal was 24% of lead. But as the war went on and blah, 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 they started cutting back on the lead. And so now they can call it crystal, but, it's not very heavy at all. I've got pieces of crystal that I can barely pick up with 2 hands.
Oh, really?
Truly. And it's the brand names, Wharton, Lennox.
Wow.
It just brand names. I bought a whole collection off a woman. I bought her entire collection. A lot of them have boxes. But you talk about a very nice gift for weddings or bridal showers or things like that. And we are looking into buying an engraving pen, but I do know that Arthur's Jewelry Store engraves.
Yes, they do.
So that makes a really nice gift. Maybe like for bridesmaids. Maybe we do the tables with different crystal vases. They're tied together because they're all crystal, and the flowers would do it. But then at the end of it, we've got 5 bouquets. You got 5 bridesmaids.
That's a great idea.
It's engraved, whatever you want to say. Thank you, my friend. But I don't know what you want to put on it. But I've got and really good price because I bought the whole lot. In one fell swoop, so I'm able to price it, good. And it's a quality gift. I don't care how picky that woman on your list is, that mother on your list is. You should see the look on their faces when they pick up the heavy crystal.
That's awesome.
It's good stuff.
Are there any other wedding venues that do all of that?
I
have a place to stay, all the china, the silverware?
Not that I'm aware of.
No, I don't think so.
No. I actually I put it on my Facebook page where there was a venue that was charging $4 per plate.
Oh, wow.
Just to use the plate. I'm like, well, that's stingy of you. You know what I mean? I want them to make the weddings affordable.
Yeah.
and I can do that. And why not? She's not going to hurt that crystal vase, bar on that for her flowers,
Yeah.
you know?
And I feel like that just adds to how special it is at the Peacock Inn and Gardens.
Yep.
And making it easy on the bride to have a special day, to use these beautiful things at this beautiful venue, and to be able to stay the night.
Right.
Like, that's awesome.
What they're doing is my first wedding, the bride and groom are going to spend the first night there. They'll get there in the afternoon and I guess coordinate decorations or things like that. And then Saturday night is when the other guests stay. And then we're doing a big hot breakfast on. Oh, hello.
I know the train is here.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I love that sound.
I know.
I really do.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah, but I can't remember what I was saying now.
You're talking about doing the hot breakfast the next day.
Another thing I do about that breakfast, I'm not the kind of place that says, okay, breakfast is from 8 till 9 and eat what you eat. I'm like, what time do you want to eat and what do you want?
Oh, that's awesome.
Because it's easily handled. The people I had stay this past weekend, he was doing a 75-mile bike race.
Oh, wow.
At Liberty. And so we had breakfast at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Because he had to get out there early, like 7:30, something like that. And also, I don't say this is what's for breakfast. I say, what do you want for breakfast? So it's a customized breakfast. And, I think about the poor people traveling from California or something, now they want to sleep in.
Yeah.
So if I don't get it by 7, I don't get it. No. We're all about concierge services.
That's awesome.
Yeah, just really, we feel them out before they come. I've got some people I need to call coming this weekend and say, what brings you to the area?
Yeah.
And after I know what do you like to do when you're on vacation, now I know to tell them about this, and this, right? When they check in, there's a Bedford paper there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, I'm doing that for the paper too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the inn, I've been buying them, but I'm going to officially get a subscription.
Nice.
So they deliver it to my house, and we just leave that out for them. So.
That's awesome. Well, I hope that you get some guests out of this.
Well, I just enjoyed hanging out with you.
I know, it's fun.
Seriously, and I'm looking forward. I can't wait to show it to you.
Yeah, I'll have to come by sometime.
Yeah, and I'll let you know. We need to book that. We need to book that ribbon cutting.
Yes,
we'll
we do.
Talk about that sometime.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna call you personally. My next open house. I'll tell you this. Look for open house signs. I'm gonna be opening up the entire mansion. Maybe like Saturday afternoons or Sunday afternoon. Just come on in and see. We'll have
come check it out.
Yeah, we'll have refreshments out there. The rooms will be staged.
Yeah.
So we can share with you, what are the possibilities of this particular room. Now, after looking at it for 2 years, I've got
so many ideas.
Yeah, the more you look at it, the more you see. I could see little girls there playing dress-ups. I can see big girls sipping mimosas, eating chocolate-covered strawberries, and hanging out, getting girls' night out. That room sleeps 6, and the whole house sleeps 18.
Oh wow! Okay,
it's just so you know.
Yeah, good information. Well, if people want to get in touch with you to learn more or come by and tour it for their event, what's the best way to do that?
Okay, I'm gonna give my phone number, my direct number. It's area code 843-385-1536. And I will say this: I'm on a weird sleeping schedule.
I feel that.
Yeah, I mean, I got up this morning at 12:30.
My gosh.
I think I worked a manufacturing job. I worked at Radford Arsenal, my first job out of college.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that or I just, anyway, it's
you're up when you're up.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, usually early in the morning is the best time to get a hold of me.
Perfect.
And I also tell people too, I drive a black Jeep Wrangler. Okay.
I saw that outside.
Yeah. I don't live at the inn. I live a mile away with my wild dogs. So I wouldn't have it any other way. But if you see the black Jeep there, come on in, ring the doorbell, or hang on the door, and I'll be gladly give you a tour.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. This has been awesome.
I enjoyed hanging out with you.
Well, hopefully I'll see you again very soon.
Okay, thank you.
You're listening to Not Just Buildings, hosted by the Bedford Area Chamber of Commerce and produced by Media Squatch. There are so many great people working together to make the Bedford area a great place to live, work, and do business, and we hope that by telling their stories, our listeners are able to become more connected to our community. After all, there are so many hidden gems, services, resources, and amazing opportunities just waiting to be seized right here in the area of Bedford, Virginia. If you liked this interview, I have great news for you. New episodes come out every week, and we have lots of episodes for you to catch up on in the meantime. Episodes are available on Media Squatch Plus, as well as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, our weekly newsletter, Facebook and website, and anywhere else you can find podcasts. If you want to learn more about us at the Chamber, we encourage you to check out our website, bedfordareachamber.com, or give us a call at 540-586-9401. Thanks so much for listening, and keep an ear out for the next episode of Not Just Buildings.